Young love. Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 teen movie couples. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. That means we'll be taking a look at the most memorable couples spread across the teen movie genre. To qualify, each half of the couple has to be a teenager, even if they're being played by actors who are obviously in their 20s. Anyway, also, because we'll be revealing the fates of some of these couples, a spoiler alert is now in effect. All right, let's get to the list. Number 10, Lara Jean Covey and Peter Kavinsky, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. We have all had a crush that never materialized into a romantic relationship, although Lara Jean is among the select few who've actually written letters to all the boys she's loved.
I write a letter when I have a crush so intense that I don't know what else to do. Rereading my letters reminds me of how powerful my emotions can be. How all-consuming. And Margot would say I'm being dramatic, but I think drama can be fun.
Of course, she never intended to actually mail them. When those love letters are sent out, Lara Jean scurries to do damage control, especially since one of her crushes is her older sister's ex.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay.
When a former crush, Peter Kavinsky, agrees to enter a mutually beneficial fake relationship with her, there's little doubt that the popular guy will ultimately fall for the shy, uncomfortable girl and vice versa.
Hi.
There's no one like you, Covey.
What sets it apart from other opposites attract romances is the growth we see within each character, as Lara Jean comes out of her shell and Peter emerges as a surprisingly sensitive partner.
Wait. How do we do this?
What do you mean?
Well, what do you put into a contract for a real relationship?
Nothing. You gotta trust.
Number 9, Troy Bolton and Gabriella Montez, the High School Musical franchise. High School Musical might not be the most accurate portrayal of the high school experience, but one element that remains genuine throughout the trilogy is Troy's relationship with Gabriella.
Troy!
Gabriella!
One's a jock, the other's a math whiz, and both love to sing. But wait, a basketball star and a member of the Scholastic Decathlon cannot possibly be together, let alone sing together in a school musical. Can they? Yeah, we all know where this is going. But Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens bring sincerity to their on-screen chemistry. Even if their dialogue is fairly tame, the conversations they share about pressure, expectations, and the future do encompass the insecurities of being a teenager.
I wish it would all just slow down. To a stop.
We're gonna graduate. That's going to happen. Nothing is gonna slow down.
I guess my heart just doesn't know it's in high school.
And make them a surprisingly relatable couple that younger audiences can look up to. Number 8, Simon Spier and Abraham Bram Greenfeld, Love, Simon. One of the best modern teen romances is also one of the best teen mysteries. Although Simon comes from an accepting family and has several close friends, he can't bring himself to tell them that he's gay.
Hey, morning. Oh.
Hey!
When another student opens up online about his closeted lifestyle under the alias of Blue, Simon finds a kindred spirit he can be completely honest with.
Well, I've never told anyone about my Daniel Radcliffe phase, so now we're even. And for the record, I think Jon Snow is an excellent choice for your sexual awakening.
For much of the film, the identity of Blue remains vague. Even when they're communicating digitally, though, it's evident that Simon and Blue are made for each other. It isn't until the end that Simon learns his secret admirer is Bram, whom he knows in real life.
Wait. Can I sit there? I was kind of waiting for somebody. Yeah, I know.
When the two finally express their true feelings on a Ferris wheel, it's nothing short of elevating.
Are you disappointed that it's me? No.
Number 7, Julianna Julie Baker and Bryce Loski, Even if you weren't alive in the late 50s or early 60s, it's hard to watch this adaptation of Wendelin Van Dranen's young adult novel without getting some nostalgic feels. It's amazing how drastically a young person's feelings can change between 2nd and 6th grade. One day you're annoyed by a girl who has an unapologetic crush on you.
The idea was that Sherry would eat with me, maybe we'd walk around together, and hopefully Julie would eventually lose interest.
The next, you strangely find yourself longing for her.
Because less than 20 feet away from me was Julie. My Julie, with Eddie Truelock. She's laughing. What was she laughing about? How could she sit there and laugh and look so beautiful?
Bryce and Julie's courtship is one that we can all identify with, serving as a classic example of young love.
What are you doing? Bryce, stop it!
Bryce, you didn't even make it to first base.
It's difficult and confusing, but few things are sweeter. Even if you don't entirely understand these feelings, sometimes you just need to climb a tree to see things from another perspective. Number 6, Samantha Sam Baker and Jake Ryan, 16 Candles. John Hughes is often cited as one of the first filmmakers to write teenage characters with the same sophistication and complexities you'd find in adults.
I want a serious girlfriend. Somebody I can love, that's gonna love me back. Is that psycho?
It's beautiful, Jake.
This definitely shines through in the central romance of his directorial debut, 16 Candles. Sophomore Sam can't even get her family to notice her on her 16th birthday. So she seemingly has no shot at attracting Jake Ryan, the quintessential high school heartthrob.
Jake, this may sound incredibly dumb, but I love you and I'll do anything to make you love me. I love your shirt.
Slowly but surely, though, the popular senior begins to take an interest in the awkward girl across the room. Although they go most of the film without speaking to each other, there's an undeniable spark between them. Jake's torch for Sam evolves into a birthday cake, granting our wish to see them together.
Happy birthday, Samantha. Good wish.
It already came true.
Number 5, Juno MacGuff and Paulie Bleeker, Juno. Unplanned pregnancy and teen pregnancy were already very much in the public eye when Juno hit theaters, but the film presented several dynamics rarely seen in coming-of-age movies. When it comes to the bun in her oven, Juno's parents are understanding, her classmates are casual, and the father is supportive of her decisions.
So you're cool with that then?
Yeah, wizard. I mean, just, I guess, do whatever you think you should do,
Juno and Paulie's courtship certainly plays out in unconventional fashion. They go from pals who spontaneously have sex to the expecting parents of a baby being given up for adoption, putting their relationship in an uncomfortable place.
Hey, me and some guys are gonna go to the movies after school and we're gonna donut that flick with the guy who has 18 kids.
Oh.
You wanna come?
Sounds awesome. I got my ultrasound.
Oh, really? Can I, should I come?
You can't waste those donut holes there.
Throughout this experience, Juno comes to realize that she loves Paulie, who has never been secretive about his feelings for her.
Still gonna think I'm cute when I'm huge?
I always think you're cute. I think you're beautiful.
Jeez, Bleak.
I do.
He's the cheese to her macaroni, and few couples have made more beautiful music together. Number 4, Hazel Grace Lancaster and Augustus Gus Waters, The Fault in Our Stars. Not since Jamie and Landon in A Walk to Remember has a teenage romance generated more tears.
You're my angel.
Knowing that her days are numbered due to thyroid cancer, Hazel maintains a pessimistic attitude and is reluctant to be in a committed relationship.
Gus, I'm a grenade.
One day I'm gonna explode, and I'm gonna obliterate everything in my wake, and I don't know, I feel like it's my responsibility to minimize the casualties.
Gus, who had to have a leg amputated due to bone cancer, is the opposite, treating each day as if it's his last.
See, I decided a while back not to deny myself the simpler pleasures of existence, particularly, as you so astutely pointed out, we're all gonna die pretty soon.
His enthusiastic outlook is exactly the medicine Hazel needs as she begins to let down her defenses. The more time they spend together, Hazel not only finds herself falling in love, but also realizes that even a life cut short is still a valuable one.
You gave me it forever. within the numbered days. And for that I am eternally grateful. I love you so much.
That being said, Hazel and Gus's relationship is like a shooting star. Beautiful, but it goes by far too quickly.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 3, Katarina Kat Stratford and Patrick Verona, 10 Things I Hate About You. A lot has changed since William Shakespeare wrote The Taming of the Shrew in the 16th century. The romance at the story's core still has a place in modern times, however, as demonstrated through 10 Things I Hate About You. Providing a launching point for the careers of several young actors, the film stars Julia Stiles as the cynical Kat,
I guess in this society being male and an asshole makes you worthy of our time,
and Heath Ledger as bad boy Patrick Verona. While both are social outcasts in their own right, they otherwise appear to be an unlikely pair.
You're not as mean as you think you are, you know that?
and you're not as badass as you think you are.
Oh, someone still has her panties in a twist.
Don't for 1 minute think that you had any effect whatsoever on my panties.
Then what did I have an effect on?
Other than my upchuck reflex, nothing.
When Patrick is paid to go out with Kat, however, it becomes clear that they have more in common than anyone imagined.
So you're disappointed from the start, and then you're covered, right?
Something like that.
Then you screwed up.
How?
You never disappointed me.
Even if their relationship stems from a lie, the connection that blossoms couldn't be more honest or adorable. Number 2, Lloyd Dobler and Diane Court, Say Anything. The 80s were a golden age for teen romances, and Say Anything set a new standard as the decade drew to a close. The scene where Lloyd holds a boombox over his head outside Diane's window is by far the most iconic moment of their relationship. Yet there's so much more to this couple than that Peter Gabriel song. Although they come from different backgrounds, Lloyd and Diane are both deeply afraid of the future.
As far as career longevity, I don't really know because, you can't really tell. If you're 8-6 as a fighter, it's no good. You have to be great. But I can't really tell if I'm great until I've had a couple of pro fights. But I haven't been knocked down yet. I don't know. I can't figure it all out tonight, so I'm just going to hang with your daughter.
Lloyd goes through life without direction, hoping things will fall into place.
I've got to be honest with you. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for something bigger, I'm looking for a dare-to-be-great situation.
Lloyd, everybody in that party put something on their record except you.
How many of them really know what they want, though? A lot of them think that they have to know, right? But inside they don't really know, so I don't know.
Diane has everything mapped out, which ironically makes her more uncertain about life after high school. While neither knows what the future holds, they decide to figure it out together, and ultimately emerge stronger because of their bond.
Nobody thought we'd do this. Nobody really thinks it will work, do they?
No. You just described every great success story.
In your eyes. Okay, but seriously, how could anything be more iconic than the Peter Gabriel boombox moment? Okay, I will say this though, number 1 has something in common with number 3. Any ideas what it is? All right, let's see some honorable mentions and then we'll see if you're right.
I have to go. I'll call you tonight.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
He's gonna marry me.
Just pretend that it never happened. We don't ever have to talk about it again, okay? I don't want anything to get in the way of feeling. You're all that matters to me.
Woman, let me $5.
Murray, I have asked you repeatedly not to call me woman.
Excuse me, Miss Dion.
Thank you.
Okay, but street slang is an increasingly valid form of expression. Most of the feminine pronouns do have mocking, but not necessarily misogynistic undertone.
Oh, come on, guys. You know you mean a lot to me. It's just as Sandy does, too, and I'm gonna do anything I can to get her, that's it.
Sandy?
Tell me about it, Stud.
It is not too late.
Miss Johnson.
You can do it. It's how you were born to do it.
Miss Johnson.
The judge hates me.
Forget him. Ain't nobody watching you but me.
Number 1, Romeo Montague and Juliet Capulet, Romeo and Juliet. Shakespeare resurfaces, and while the setting is once again modernized, the dialogue that made this story of young love immortal remains intact.
Romeo, oh, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Even if you've never watched a film or stage version of Romeo and Juliet, chances are you're still familiar with its titular couple. But what exactly is it that's made this story of woe resonate for so many centuries? Simply put, it's the humanity at the heart of its romance.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou did request it.
The story authentically conveys the passion young people often feel when they first fall in love, and how that passion can escalate into tragedy when they aren't allowed to explore those feelings.
I defy you, stars! Juliet!
In a world darkened by prejudice and hatred, Romeo and Juliet's love is a candle that's blown out in a heartbeat.
Dateless bargain to engrossing death.
Romeo.
And this Baz Luhrmann version with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes in the title roles is fresh, creative, and visually stunning. I know it's a timeless classic and everything, but Romeo and Juliet is such a downer. I mean, my vibe is more Heath Ledger singing with a marching band than like screamy, cry, broody Leo. But anyway, if you want to tell me why I am wrong, come at me on Twitter at Rebecca Brayton. And be sure to comment on this video, like and subscribe, and watch this other video. Thanks.